I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting this cow to be very lame. I never noticed her walking into the crush, and this isn't my camera recording this, believe it or not. This is actually Craig's, who had it set up for some background filming, but things very quickly took a turn for the worse. Is this on time lapse?
No.
For any measures of doubt, that's bad. Hot weather and Scotland aren't two things normally associated with each other. However, we did have a really hot spell here around 7 weeks ago, and this, unfortunately, is what happens when that occurs. Cows stand for too long, and as a result, they get sole fractures which fill with pus on that inside claw. And as you're just about to see, they can be horrendously painful. I can hear you guys wondering why there are bubbles appearing from this hole in her sole. Well, actually, it's because we have opened that hole. As we opened it, pus is expelled from that cavity below, but there is still a cavity, so the air outside of the hoof is allowed to enter that cavity, and as we press down, pus and air are then ejected from the hole that we've created, creating those bubbles.
Wrapped as well.
Definitely, yeah. We can now clearly see this lesion. What's happened is the periopal horn, the part that I'm carving away right this second, up near the heel, is very soft and pliable. It's used as suspension for the cow as she walks. And the rest of the sole horn, it's not as hard as the wall horn, but it is definitely a lot harder than that heel horn. And the junction where those two meet split if the cow stands for long periods of time. Just think about it, you have two different substances, two different densities of horn meeting each other, and that junction where they connect can be susceptible to cracking. And once that crack reaches the corium, it becomes inflamed and infected. And this is the result. The cracking begins at the very bottom or base of the sole, the part that touches the ground, and that's why it takes 6 or 7 weeks to reach the corium, because that is how long it takes the cow to regrow the whole depth of her sole. This, as you can see, is cow 56, and we'll be back at this farm in 2 weeks' time to see how she's doing. Hopefully, there's a huge improvement, because this is how she's walking right now. Guys, thanks very much for watching. Make sure you've subscribed so that you can see this cow's update.